Hey there. Ready for another deep dive? You know I love it when our listeners bring us such a cool mix of stuff. This time, we're taking a trip to Germany, the Birkenfeld region, to be precise.
Absolutely.
And we've got some great sources to dig into a website called Birkenfelder Land unser Heimat Wolftentor, and even a YouTube video that seems to focus on a town called Hauptstetten-Wiersbach.
A fascinating combination for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like we'll be getting into local culture, community projects, the works. So let's get right to it. What makes this region, Birkenfeld, so unique?
Well, let's start with that website, Birkenfelder Land unser Heimat. Just the name itself speaks volumes, doesn't it? It's all about showcasing the heart and soul of the region.
It really does. And I noticed it was actually started by a guy named Wolfgang Herfurth. He seems really passionate about getting people engaged with their local culture, you know?
Right.
Like really encouraging everyone to take part in keeping those traditions alive. What stood out to you?
It's the grassroots energy of it all. You know, they're not just talking about preserving their heritage. They're actively inviting people to contribute, to share their talents, their stories.
Oh, totally. And it looks like it's really working. I mean, they have these great testimonials on the website. Remember Anna and Lucas? They were saying how it's helped them feel more connected to their community. And then there is Julia and Max. They were blown away by the drone footage of the region and said it was just beautiful.
It's amazing how they've been able to blend those traditional elements with modern technology. You've got AI projects right alongside dialect poetry, local historical documents, even announcements for community events.
It's like they've created this living, breathing archive of their culture. And speaking of showcasing the region, we've got to talk about that YouTube video.
Yeah.
Hauptstetten-Wiersbach, right?
That's right. The largest municipality in the Birkenfeld Association.
Right.
It's actually 3 districts, Hauptstetten, Wiersbach, and Bleiterdingen. The video gives you a little tour of it all.
And from what I saw, it's located right in the Nahe Valley, right? The scenery is just gorgeous.
And it sounds like they have a really active social scene, too. So you can enjoy the tranquility of nature and also have a bit of a buzz, if that's what you're looking for.
Best of both worlds. So we've got this beautiful region, rich in culture and history. What else makes it so special? What else did we find out about it?
It really is, isn't it? And you know what else caught my eye? This whole German-Chinese connection in Hauptstetten-Wiersbach. You know, they have a pretty sizable German-Chinese community there.
Oh, right. I read about that. Something about a German-Chinese society, right?
Yeah, exactly. The video mentioned them. Seems like they're really active in bringing those two cultures together.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fascinating. The video talked about how they've attracted Chinese residents who were drawn to the area because of the clean air and the scenery.
It's amazing how these global connections pop up in the most unexpected places. It makes you think, like, what's daily life like in a town with that kind of blend of cultures?
Right. It seems like it's really ingrained in the community. There was even a clip in the video of a kindergarten in New Brücke, and they were saying that German and Chinese children go there together.
Wow. That's incredible. Talk about fostering cross-cultural understanding from a young age.
Absolutely. And it's not just about cultural exchange either. They seem to have a really well-rounded community in general. The video highlighted all sorts of local amenity shops, restaurants, healthcare providers, even a senior home called St. Anna's.
It's like they've really thought of everything to make it a great place to live for everyone, no matter what stage of life they're in.
Exactly. But you know, it's not all work and no play in Hauptstetten-Wiersbach. The video made sure to show that they have a ton of leisure and recreation activities in the area.
Yeah, it looked like a dream for anyone who enjoys the outdoors. What kind of stuff did they highlight?
Well, there was this water adventure park called, hold on, I wrote the name down somewhere. Ah, here it is. Gewässer-Libnispark Ober-Nahe. Have you ever heard of it?
Can't say that I have, but that sounds pretty cool.
Right. And if water parks aren't your thing, they even have a dog training school in town.
Oh, that's adorable. I wonder if they do agility training.
I'm not sure about that, but I thought it was a nice touch, you know. And of course, they have those amazing cycling paths that connect to the whole region. You can even rent e-bikes. Plus, they're right next to the Hunsrück National Park, which is full of these incredible hiking trails they call Traumschleifen, dream loops.
Dream loops. That's such a great name. So not only is it a beautiful and welcoming place to live, but they're also set up for tourism with vacation rentals and hotels and all that.
It's like they've found that sweet spot, making it a destination without sacrificing the identity of the region.
Which is something they've clearly worked hard to preserve, right? I mean, you can see it in everything from that website we talked about to how they present their town in this video. It's all about striking that balance between tradition and progress.
Now that you mention it, that balance really seems to be a defining characteristic of Birkenfeld. And I wonder if it has something to do with the region's history. I mean, it's seen its fair share of changes over the centuries.
That's a great point. They've been shaped by so many different rulers and empires over time. You're right, it's easy to forget that history isn't just something you read in a textbook.
Yeah.
It leaves its mark on a place, shapes how people think and act even centuries later.
Exactly. And in Birkenfeld's case, it seems like it's given them this openness to the world, this understanding that change and diversity can actually be strengths, not things to be afraid of.
Which is kind of amazing when you think about how divided the world can feel sometimes.
Absolutely. But what's really interesting? Birkenfeld isn't just accepting globalization passively. They're really taking an active role in shaping it themselves.
I see what you mean. It's like they're taking all these different threads, tradition, progress, cultural exchange, and weaving them together to create something totally unique.
And it comes across as both genuine and intentional at the same time.
Like it's just inherently part of who they are.
Exactly. It's in their community projects, their cultural initiatives, even the way they approach tourism and economic development. It's not just about welcoming the world. It's about inviting the world to see and experience what they've created.
And they've managed to do all of that without losing sight of their own roots, their identity.
That's the real accomplishment here, isn't it? Finding that balance between honoring your heritage and embracing the future.
It really is. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Birkenfeld, I have to say I'm left with this feeling of hope, Like this little region in Germany is offering a glimpse into what a more connected, more harmonious world could actually look like.
It's a good reminder that even today, amidst all the complexities and challenges, there are communities out there building bridges instead of walls, forging their own paths.
And that maybe, just maybe, each of us in our own communities can play a part in creating something similar.
It starts with sharing these stories, doesn't it? The stories that remind us of our shared humanity, our potential to connect and build something better together.
Absolutely. So to our listener, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep an eye out for those stories that bring us closer, because you never know what you might discover.